What is up, everyone? My name's Aaron from GamesRip, and okay, so we've just gone and done the dev stream. That's right, we had Dan Redfield, we had Retro Faith, we had Ian, Michael, and we also had James from It's Much More, and we were discussing the port of Postal. Now, obviously, we covered a various range of topics, but one that came up was, I said, basically, you know, what ports, what games would we want to see come to the Sega Dreamcast? And then Dan dropped this bombshell. Let's take a look.
I love all that old school on the rail stuff, or maybe another Ikaruga style shooter for people who are insane and love intense stuff like that.
That's not an easy game.
And maybe Duke Nukem.
Oh.
Yes. Good point that you mentioned that, because did you not say that you were possibly going to do that?
Yep, I've started it.
You've already started it. Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. That I cannot wait to see. Okay, right. Well, the one thing I've got to ask then, how far are you along with it?
Okay, so you've got start and the end. I'm kind of like right here.
Right at the start, basically. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be like. I mean, Postal has been essentially my whole spare time for the last 12, 13 months now. You know, it's been a lot of work, and I don't really want to. I don't want to put that much effort in again for a hobbyist port. You know, I want to work on my own game primarily, but there are going to be times when I'm going to get sick to death of it, and that's where I want my other backup projects, so to speak, to fit in. And that's where Duke comes in. I was going to give Alien vs Predator a go, but Ian, there's a bit of a challenge going on there. He doesn't think it's possible. I think it could be, but it probably won't be worth it.
Oh God, you know it would.
It's too fast. It's too fast paced. You know, you've only got that one stick. I think with the Dreamcast pad, in terms of first person shooters, I think it'd be more suited for something like Metroid Prime. You know, which only use the one stick for movement on the GameCube anyway. I mean, I have been going through the code, and I think it could be doable in some way, but it's a lot of effort. And the FMV video on the textures, you know, for like the TV screens, just terrifies me.
Right.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's the one. Well, actually, it's not the only game. There's literally
Duke
three.
Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem 3D is hard enough. The only person who ever ported it was Bureau, who came from the planet Mars. And so, and if you look at his code, spooky things close up. His code is not really ported to the Dreamcast. It's ported to Linux, and then he writes like a layer that works on the Dreamcast, and he has like ASM, SH4 ASM from who knows where that is doing stuff that doesn't compile, not compile, and he has special patches for NewLib that are from 2003 that don't exist anymore, and that he made updates to, especially so that the file system can talk to the Dreamcast. So the source code that he put out, which I have, you'd have to channel Bureau, your inner Bureau, if you wanted to port it. So, and that's scary. It's a scary thing when you look at Bureau's code. It's very scary. It's scary. Trust me, Mr. Neo 240 can agree with me. It's scary. So the best thing to do is start from the absolute beginning. Like his source code anyway was like the first ever build released. It's like early, full of bugs, whatever. And it's not even the full everything. So you've got to start with an updated source code. But when you start with that, then you've got updated APIs. You've got updated things that don't exist. One of them was like some version of, I think it was like Open AL Sound or something, And that was why Chili Willy didn't port Aliens vs Predator to Dreamcast, because the sound API he couldn't get it to work, and then it was using too much RAM, and then it was using, it's like Quake 2. I mean, I can get Quake 2 to run. As soon as you enable the sound, it crashes. There's no more space.
Right.
And so some of these things to port in their current form, I mean, rewriting the engine and doing what Dan did, and rewriting the whole back end and the renderer and doing all the logic and making it so it actually fits in RAM and everything. That's a crazy amount of work. That's a year to see a personal free port running on a system, and then the users go, oh, great. And then they go, oh, what's the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's it. It's a lot of curios, isn't it? And I'm always so sorry in awe of everything you guys do, because I will never have the technical ability to hold it all in my brain. But it is sad when someone does something amazing, and then the first question is, can you do this instead? And it's like, look at the effort they put in. Like, acknowledge the brilliance here, and please play it.
So there we go. You heard it here first. Duke Nukem 3D is going to be coming. Like I said, we've had the Barrow port before, but now we're actually going to see a finished port. It's only been started, but it does mean it's coming. Obviously, you probably just heard there, AVP, one of my absolute loves, one I would love to see come to the system. Probably not likely, but, you know, there is a slim chance. It's just we don't think it will happen. I mean, it's when we talk Max Payne, it's when we talk GTA 3, those titles that always get mentioned. Hey, who knows? Watch this space. Obviously, drop a comment. I'd love to see what you guys think. Are you excited for this? I mean, I definitely am, especially when it literally came out of nowhere on the stream. Yeah, it's been an interesting night, and I absolutely love it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all soon.